Good evening, and welcome to Woodstock Union High School's 162nd graduation ceremony, celebrating our remarkable class of 2025. I'm Aaron Sinkumani, your proud principal, and it's my honor to welcome you all here tonight. Before we begin, I'd like to recognize some special people who made tonight possible. Mr. Pauly and our outstanding band, our buildings and grounds crew who transformed this space for us, Ms. Heather Fernandez, our administrative assistant, who coordinated so many of these details this year. And Ms. Abby Castriata for the gorgeous flower arrangements and corsages. As I complete my first year as principal of this remarkable school, I'm filled with gratitude and admiration for this graduating class. When I first arrived last fall, these graduates were already well on their way. Their character is shaped by the rolling hills around us, by generations of tradition, and by the unwavering support of everyone gathered here tonight. What makes this class extraordinary isn't just their impressive achievements in academics, athletics, art, and music. It's their resilience. In a world of constant changes, in a world of constant changes, they've remained steadfast. They've supported one another through challenges, celebrated victories together, and demonstrated what it means to be true neighbors. To the parents, grandparents, teachers, coaches, and neighbors here tonight, thank you. These graduates are your legacy. They carry forward your values, hard work, integrity, and care for one another. Graduates, as you leave us tonight, remember that your roots in this community run deep. The skills you've developed here, communication, self-direction, critical thinking, stewardship, and academic excellence, will serve you well wherever life takes you. Whether your next chapter leads you across the country, around the world, or just down the road, you always have a home here. Vermont's own John Dewey, an American education reformer born in Burlington, Vermont, in 1859 said, "Education is not preparation for life. Education is life itself." Today marks not the completion of your education, but the beginning of applying everything you've learned to make a meaningful difference in your communities and beyond. Class of 2025, though our time together has been brief, it is my honor to serve as your principal. Go forward with courage and kindness. We are very proud of you. Graduates, congratulations. And now, please welcome Ms. Patty Topliff, our senior class advisor.
Hello, my name is Patty Topliff, and I am the exceedingly proud senior class advisor. I first met the class of 2025 back in 2022 when they were sophomores in WUHS history class. It somehow feels like both a lifetime ago and just yesterday that we met. In a decade of teaching, I could safely say that I had never met a group of students who liked to socialize as much as this high energy and joyful group of students. The class of 2025, you were and still are bubbly, passionate, and engaged, but also edgy and opinionated in the best possible way. You care deeply about what is right and what is just, and you never shy away from making your voices heard. I learned a lot from you that sophomore year, which was also my first year as a full time, my first full year at Woodstock. As a fairly new Vermonter, I learned from you how to predict an incoming snowstorm without checking my phone, where to find the best swimming holes. I learned the difference between classic and skate skiing. I also learned that this is an incredibly hardworking class of very soon-to-be graduates. Every industry and profession you can think of will be represented in this diverse and talented group of individuals. Individuals who will continue to learn and improve our local and global communities and have fun while doing so. To the class of 2025, I am proud of you, your teachers are proud of you, and your parents are especially proud of you. Congratulations on all that you have achieved. We can't wait to see what you will do next. And now I introduce you to the co-salutatorians, Lucy Drabico and Izzy Cellini.
Yeah, you can tell. I recently found myself alone in the middle of the woods for 48 hours in the pouring rain. On the second day of this adventure, I saw a very wet chickadee. I had been standing out in the rain in swim shorts and a t-shirt, watching the world go by and trying not to think. As I began to walk, a bedraggled bird landed on a bush 2 strides ahead of me. I looked at her, she looked at me, and a mutual understanding passed between us waterlogged creatures. We are together in our discomfort. Here in the middle of the woods, I could be myself, and I felt the rush of purely being alive. I was all by myself, but not really. The wild, the plants and animals were with me. I was alone in my thoughts, but not really. In occupying them and in acknowledging my presence, the chickadee showed me the impossibility of solitude. Togetherness is an interesting concept, is to be with someone in the simplest meaning, as if in the same room. Togetherness? If so, then we're all together. But I believe there is more to it. I believe a mutual care is required. I cared about the chickadee. I wondered if she was warm and dry, if she was safe and happy. I like to think she cared for me too. At the very least, I know she showed interest in me, and that holds a semblance of caring. I found togetherness alone in the woods in this little wet chickadee. As our time at Woodstock Union High School, and for many of us, our time in Woodstock, Vermont, draws to a close, we must realize that we are never alone, even if you want to be. Our school, our community, and even the broader world are all here. You always have someone. There is always someone who cares. As I was writing this speech, I took a break to walk through the woods. In my haste to get out the door, I slipped on my Crocs. Now, were these the best choice of footwear? No, but they were not a mistake either. Because of this choice, I kept my eyes on the ground as I walked. I heard the birds singing in the trees, a phoebe, a thrush, a cardinal. I watched the ground under each footstep and walked over this interwoven carpet of soil, pine needles, leaves, moss, ferns, and much more, all of the things that make up this forest floor. As I walked, I began to see the patterns of this carpet. The pine needles were prominent and lively, the moss more gentle and quiet, the ferns unique and striking, the soil beneath it all, unassuming yet an integral part of the forest. Each has its own voice, its own contribution. At the end of my walk, a small pile of soil, leaves, moss, and pine needles had accumulated in my crock. I went to dump it out and paused. I saw our faces in my crock. I heard the voices of our class, loud voices, quiet voices, laughter, insights, jokes, questions, all thrust together into this crock. We might not look like much, our little class, our little pile of twigs and dirt, but when combined with everything else, when let out into the world, we make something beautiful. I apologize for this long-winded metaphor, one that could be seen from miles away, I'm sure. To put it simply, every one of you has had an impact on my life, an impact on our class, an impact on our community. And every one of us will continue to have an impact on the world, an impact that can only grow as we do more and more things and enter more people's lives. I know for me, this feels daunting, but I find comfort in the fact that as people, we have one clear power: choice. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it. Sometimes one choice seems so impossibly difficult to make. But you always have a choice. That power is uniquely yours. No one can take it away. I know that the best choices I have made are those where I follow my heart and my heart alone. So make the choice. Choose what impact you make. Embrace who you are. Choose who you want to become. Don't let societal pressures or anyone else change how you live your life. Follow your heart and refuse to conform. In the words of E.E. Cummings, to be nobody but yourself in a world which is doing its best night and day to make you everybody else means to fight the hardest battle which any human being can fight, and never stop fighting. So, class of 2025, as we embark on this next chapter of our lives, remember who you are, because the best world is one where we choose to be ourselves together. Thank you, and congratulations.
Good evening. A few weeks ago, I was thinking about what to say to you all. Many speeches include some sort of reflection of the past, a comment on the present, and advice for the future. I sat down on my front porch one evening to consider what I wished most to convey, is what the idealistic version of myself would say. In reality, I was pacing Mr. Bremel's classroom, shoeless, if I remember correctly, in an attempt to figure out what to write. Apparently, walking around in socks does not ground you in the way I had hoped. I was so uncertain about what I wished to deliver. I had an endless stream of ideas running through my mind. I realized then that this was an asset, not a hindrance. Unknowns can appear frightening, but in reality, they can be an outlet for exploration. I like to think of our class as the class of uncertainty. We entered high school in masks, desks 6 feet apart.
We weren't sure what the future of education would look like. Would we always learn, compete, and perform behind a covering over our mouths and noses? But each of us learned something during those pandemic times. There was a study conducted by researchers at Rutgers finding that hobbies skyrocketed throughout the pandemic. I discovered a passion for painting rocks. Each day, I'd wander outside searching for the flattest and roundest rocks, and I'd paint mountain scenes, animals, and letters. Most of you know me as an athlete, someone who tragically never took a painting class during high school. My talents are most often observed on a trail or a track, but for the first time in my life, during a period with so much uncertainty, I was an artist, not an endurance athlete. There's something to be learned here. Through all the uncertainty, I made something out of knowing nothing. And it wasn't just me. We all had something we picked up during those months in lockdown. Some learned how to garden, many how to bake bread. Then the pandemic ended and our school life became somewhat more conventional. We were all still a bit leery, but we soon adapted to normalcy. And now, all of a sudden, we're thrown into uncertainty again. But Woodstock has prepared us well to tackle the unknowns of what comes next. Our teachers, families, and friends have equipped us with skills that we can draw upon as we step into the next stages. For that, I am eternally grateful. You taught us how to be independent, how to problem solve, and how to persist. These are life skills that are essential to our futures and essential for uncertainty. Whether you know where you're going next or not, there are a whole host of unknowns with our next step. For the past 4 years, we've been in a rhythm that we're about to disrupt. While at first daunting, there is immense strength in this seemingly scary transition. But we have our tools, and viewing this shift as a chance for discovery is a challenging yet important mindset. No one ever said this change would be easy, but when we see it from a viewpoint, a narrative of exciting experiences yet to come, it makes that transition a little easier. Uncertainty holds opportunity. I'm curious to see how our next steps shape our existences. Thank you.
And now we'll have a recitation of the alma mater. Guys, go.
Alma mater,
Our strong bond can ne'er be broken,
formed in Woodstock High,
far surpassing wealth unspoken, sealed by friendship's tie. Alma mater,
alma mater,
deep graven
on each heart,
shall be found
unwavering,
true
till we from life shall part.
alma mater.
Well done.
Good evening, faculty, family, friends, and fellow graduates. I am honored to stand before you and speak as the valedictorian of the class of 2025. We are here to celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates and to acknowledge the milestones leading up to this moment, one of the most memorable in the lives of both our graduates and their families. Class of 2025, I want you to look at the people sitting next to you. You may see someone you rarely speak to, or you may see your closest friend. Whoever they are, these people are your classmates. The same classmates who endured the past 4 years alongside you. While some of us joined our school later than others, and some left to continue their high school journey elsewhere, we all jumped over hurdle after hurdle to get here tonight. We endured academic hardships, challenges that tested our determination, and a schedule that never seemed to stick. And now, we sit next to the same people we started high school with 4 years ago, wearing these huge robes and oddly small caps. We have cultivated a community with each other and the people we see before us, a community we've become used to. High school has been our whole world, but the truth is, these past 4 years make up the tiniest fraction of the life we will live. The world ahead of us is vast and daunting. Life has a way of knocking us down in ways we will never expect. But we've learned to always get back up. Our accomplishments have been truly remarkable, and tonight is a night for us to soak every ounce of them in. To all the parents, families, and community members celebrating tonight, I want you to look at the graduates before you. The young people you see, whether it's your child, grandchild, or closest friend, are no longer high school students. We're not kids anymore. The toddler you used to read bedtime stories to is now walking on their own 2 feet into the world you worked your head off to prepare them for. This moment is surreal, but it is also so special. We owe it to the parents in the audience who sacrificed nights of sleep to give their child opportunities they've always dreamed of. We owe it to the families and community members who supported their graduates in all their endeavors. We owe it to the teachers and faculty who inspired us and allowed our brilliance to shine. We owe it to each other for going through all the ups and downs of high school while laughing at brain rot and unemployment reels on Instagram. You are looking at a class of determined, accomplished, and remarkable young adults, a class that was led by the amazing people in front of me and to my sides. When I was younger, my dad introduced me to a show called The Cosmos, hosted by astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson. The show not only sparked my love for space, but changed my perspective of life on Earth. However, one part stuck out to me. In one of his episodes, Tyson describes the timeline of the universe using a 12-month calendar. One day on this cosmic calendar represented 40 million years, and 1 month represented over 1 billion. Using this analogy, Tyson explained how modern civilization makes up for the last 14 years of the whole calendar. 65,000 years of human innovation, conflict, and revolution shrunk down to merely 14 seconds. If we were to observe our own lives on this calendar, they would account for 0.02 seconds. All of our relationships, memories, experiences, the entirety of our existence in comparison to the whole universe takes place for just 0.02 seconds. While this may seem rather morbid, there's beauty in it. What do we do with our 0.2 seconds? Some may say we should chase after our dream career and make as much money as possible. Others say we should accomplish our goals and pursue our passions. These seem like great ways to spend our 0.02 seconds, but I want us as graduates and as members of the audience to think differently. My grandfather showed me a video the other day of another graduation speech. In his speech, the speaker explains how despite his various accomplishments, he wishes he spent more time with the people he loved, cultivating healthy and strong relationships, for nothing is quite as important. I agree with him. As high school graduates and as individuals, we often find ourselves consumed by a goal or accomplishment, working tirelessly to achieve it. But we neglected to spend time with friends and family and nurture some of our most valuable relationships. As valedictorian of the class of 2025 and someone who has worked very hard on this stage before you, I am guilty of it. I don't ask us to stop chasing our goals, but I rather ask us to stop once in a while to enjoy the relationships with those you love. Go see that concert with your best friend. Play catch with your little brother. Call your mom a few times a week. Trust me, she'll love it. Do your favorite activity when the stress of life seems too much. Your relationship with yourself is just as important. Chase your goals, accomplish great things, and take the time to love the people in your life, for nothing will be quite as valuable as the relationships you build. Congratulations, class of 2025. Let's enjoy every bit of our 0.02 seconds.
A note on an evolutionary optimism.
A graduation speak chorus
For the class of 2025, Woodstock Union High School.
A community of learners.
thinkers.
And doers.
With words from Marianne Edgar Budd,
John O'Donohue.
Charlotte Caffey and Jane Wheatland.
Bernie Sanders.
AOC,
Our faculty and staff.
Our students.
A note on an evolutionary optimism
By Lila Zeitlin.
I love my country.
I do.
I admit it. I love it. I love these gnarled roots and these forests of mine, these people of mine that
Swallow kings whole.
and spit up the dust of freedom.
Freedom.
We don't live in a dystopia, at least no more than we did before. We do not advance towards a future of the aphonic poet, least no more than we did before, because this, our composition, this, our constitution, establishes that we, the people, establish this justice by spitting in the face of tyranny. On sleepy, sweet tea sort of mornings, on moss-laden, pine-coated duvets, I swear the ground rising and receding beneath me in welcome is the shuddering breath of an unyielding nation, an America in search of her new Colossus.
if you get up and walk away, leave the past behind. Go ahead and take a ride, no telling what you'll find.
We all want to be brave when it counts.
To be the one who steps up, leans in,
and does the right thing when it matters most.
We want to bring our best selves when we're called upon.
to speak with clarity and conviction.
In a pivotal situation.
Change takes courage.
Caring about the world and issues of equity.
Aiden Chiovella is friendly and organized.
Driven.
Whip smart.
Sincere.
A born leader.
Finn Farrell is creative.
An advocate for others.
Florian.
Eloquent speaker.
Always questioning.
And pushing limits.
Thinking deeply.
What are your thoughts on
Levi Halley. Respectful.
Polite.
committed?
Mature.
French exchange program participant.
Mountain bike team captain.
Bound for West Point.
All in order.
Mindful of others' needs.
Nick Johnson
Is curious about the world.
Kind.
And dedicated to justice.
Holds quiet intelligence.
Nick 1.
Student council president
Owen Corsi
Porcius.
is mature.
Outgoing.
Our industrious student representative to the school board.
Can talk his way out of anything.
Loves thinking and pondering.
Averill Stevens.
Artistic.
Also Porcius.
Good-natured.
Mountain biker.
Often smiling.
And appears to be up to something.
Community-minded.
Aubrey Seaman
is formidable.
Super organized.
And
Smart.
Swim coach.
Student council officer.
Una futura maestra. Parker Pierce.
Outgoing and helpful.
Soccer goalie.
After a harrowing injury on the soccer field.
Parker transformed into a
Diligent and dedicated
student.
A reminder that challenges create growth.
Trees and Seeds traveler.
Eager to take on new opportunities.
Joey Sluka.
Fun, friendly, steady.
A good friend.
Hardworking, dependable, thoughtful.
Nordic skier.
Student council officer.
Great smile.
Un futuro líder.
Community minded.
An academically ambitious student, Lucy Drabitko.
Spent a semester at Chewonki.
On the Maine coast.
Practicing sustainable living.
In the back country.
Kind.
Mature.
Dedicated to her work.
Loves castles. Edwin Lines. Diligent.
FFA.
Craft.
Robotics.
Always willing to lend a hand.
Cross-country captain and
Tent wrangler. So good at finding his way in the world.
a traveler.
Joffrey Leggiata.
Is respectful,
Polite.
open,
A really nice guy.
meticulous, and thoughtful.
Izzy Cellini.
Takes on new challenges with passion and energy.
Disciplined and reliable.
Student council officer.
Nordic skier.
Track captain.
Amazing distance tripler.
1,500, 800, 3,000.
And did you say
Anchor in the 4x4 relay.
Reliable, thoughtful, and hardworking.
Myra McNaughton.
Is smart and goofy.
Cassius.
Which means cheese in Latin.
Jaw, jaw, jaw.
According to the medieval tapestry,
It's quite an adventure.
to ride along in Myra's car.
Plus the very impressive ski rack.
Ethan Zayas. Intelligente.
Conscientious.
Communicative.
Great athlete.
Soccer.
Alpine skiing.
Lacrosse.
Charlie Ward.
Practical and fun-loving.
Resourceful.
Mechanically inclined.
Hunting, farming, logging, sugaring.
Good old Vermonter.
Determined.
Full of surprises.
Andrew Steele.
Personable.
Kind and thoughtful.
Rock climber.
Skier.
Golf team.
Graduated Hartford Tech.
For automotive technology.
Tells the best dad jokes.
Knows all about F1 racing. I am convinced that we all have the capacity to live within a narrative of great adventure.
No matter our life circumstances.
The courage to
Be brave.
when it matters most.
Requires a lifetime of small decisions.
That set us on a path of self-awareness.
Attentiveness.
And willingness to risk failure.
For what we believe is right. So get up and go. If you're so tired of moving slow, go. If you're so tired of moving slow, go. Get up and go.
Hey!
Our students who study Latin
And ancient Greek.
participate every year in Vermont's Latin Day at UVM,
Sharing skits.
Touring classically related art at the Fleming Museum.
looking through 400-year-old books
And manuscripts.
in Latin.
And sometimes in Greek.
In UVM special collections.
Reenacting a Roman testudo formation.
Showing off their knowledge of the poet Ovid.
Replaying an ancient battle on a game board.
Participating in a costume contest.
Students participate in our Young Adult Diverse Book Club.
Students attended presentations this year,
Including Woodstock Union High School alumnus, Nobel
Nobel
laureate,
laureate,
Dr. Victor Ambrose.
And the National Book Award winner M.T. Anderson.
As well as the presentation
Know Your Rights.
by Big Hartman, the Executive Director
And General Counsel.
of the Vermont Human Rights Commission.
This year, students in the NUVU lab combined principles from math
Biology.
Humanities.
electrical engineering,
And art.
in the design of a lighting element.
And this was no ordinary lighting element.
The studio incorporated an
Upcycling challenge.
constraining students to use only paper cups
Hot glue.
And string.
in their designs,
Using nothing but these few materials.
Stretch their imaginations to create truly unique
and site-specific.
designs.
Students discovered the power of installations.
A temporary exploration to transform the atmosphere.
Mood.
And vibe of a space.
They learned how these positive
Collaborative.
transformations have the ability to impact the way we think
Develop.
And interact with ourselves.
Our peers,
and our wider community.
I am convinced that we all have the capacity to live within a narrative of great adventure.
no matter our life circumstances.
The courage to
Be brave.
when it matters most.
Requires a lifetime of small decisions.
That set us on a path of self-awareness.
Attentiveness.
And willingness to risk failure
for what we believe is right.
Curious about the world.
Jane Stout.
Knows who she is.
Bromista.
Alegre.
Tough soccer goalie.
Class president.
Gym queen.
Erin McGuire.
Boisterous.
Energetic.
Disciplined.
Track captain.
High jumper.
Top sprinter.
Super successful gymnast.
Has wanted to pursue medicine since the 7th grade.
Nickname Flexi.
Lily Morris.
Thoughtful.
Open-minded.
Passionate and wise.
Mountain bike team captain.
Hand-dyed the yarn that she used
While weaving her own graduation sash.
Canta como un angel.
Lily Macri.
Compassionate.
Divertida.
fashionista.
Discounts at Elevation.
Earthbeat.
Best smile.
Famous for her to-do-to-done folder.
Easiest person to have a conversation with.
Confident and adventurous.
Noah Cole.
Is a pro cross-country snowmobile racer.
Incredible memory.
Great sense of humor.
Backflips.
Graduated in automotive technology.
Sequoia Barber.
Rock solid, generous presence.
Capable.
French Club co-president.
Amazing knitter.
Loves to bake.
Gets things done.
Thank you for giving me cookies. After hitting my car. Twin uva.
Driven.
Family-oriented.
Empathetic.
Purple speedster.
Loves to talk your ear off.
French exchange student.
Mountain bike team captain.
Nordic skier.
Colton Kowalski.
History scholar.
Football captain.
Baseball.
Scholars Bowl.
All that hair.
Good singer.
Jesus Lindarte.
Strong leader.
Un fuerte líder.
Football player.
Jugador de fútbol americano.
Wonderful member of the community.
Maravilloso miembro de nuestra comunidad.
Great smile.
Tremenda sonrisa. Adam Hood.
Crafty.
A strong and independent leader.
Mountain bike team captain.
Nordic skier.
French club co-president.
Will make a great journalist.
Fond of family traditions.
Chance Palmer.
Hardworking.
Artistic.
Small machine repair.
Likes to keep it real.
Sees a window and thinks it's a door.
Call him
Todd.
Cora Hewitt.
Sharp.
Unapologetically herself.
Confident. Strong.
Talented welding student.
Who graduated from Hartford Tech.
Loves sheep.
More than people.
Tua Shaw.
Compassionate.
Loves fashion.
Creative mind.
Cat lady.
A joy to have in class.
Wants to explore.
Most creative thrifter.
Made one pair of pants out of 3.
Bridget Howe.
Creative photographer.
Likes to read.
Counselor at TCC.
Makes time for friends.
Alice Kerr.
Funny and kind.
Thoughtful, dedicated, precise.
Graduated in business administration.
Helps others.
Great leader on the basketball team.
Absolute star of a student.
Graham Fox.
A true friend.
Mountain bike team captain.
Student council officer.
Persistente.
Easygoing.
And patient.
Excerpt from the poem
For Light by John O'Donohue.
Light cannot see inside things.
That is what the dark is for.
Minding the interior.
Nurturing the draw of growth
Through places where death
in its own way.
turns into life.
In the glare of neon times.
Let our eyes not be worn.
By surfaces that shine.
With hunger made attractive.
That our thoughts may be true light.
Finding their way into words.
Which have the weight of shadow.
To hold the layers of truth.
That we never place our trust in minds claimed by empty light.
Where one-sided certainties are driven by false desire.
When we look into the heart.
May our eyes have the kindness
and reverence
of candlelight. Read Allegretti.
Polite.
Intelligente.
Hockey and lacrosse player.
Cares about the world.
Kind and considerate.
With a twinkle in her eye.
Laura Audsley.
Always brings enthusiasm.
Is a caring friend.
And natural athlete.
Sam Fraga.
Creative.
Kind.
Respectful.
Photographer.
Mountain biker.
Shares his snacks.
Dima.
Design, illustration, and media arts graduate.
Maggie Pierce.
Unique.
Good friend.
Going into the essential field
of construction management.
Wonderful discussionist.
Deepening conversations.
And inviting others into the deep end.
Bryant Turner.
Thoughtful.
Quiet.
And introspective.
Bryant has a special connection to his car.
And an aptitude for kinesthetic learning.
Matthew Harvey.
Kind and polite.
Reliable.
Expert mountain biker.
And skier.
Loyal, hardworking teammate.
Zane Peach.
Is honest.
With a big heart.
And displays an integrity.
And dignity.
Beyond his years.
His desire to be the best football player on the field
is matched by his care for others.
Addison Richardson.
Sweet.
Good friend.
Ice hockey.
Track and field.
Originator of the W speak.
Waddison. What's WUP?
Lucia Rollo.
Funny.
Kind.
Thoughtful.
Independent.
Awesome
Always
slides
works
in
outside
softball.
of school.
Awesome slides in softball.
A natural athlete.
Kevin Lines.
Respectful.
Hardworking.
No nonsense.
Boy Scout.
Loves to hunt.
And restore old axes.
Irie Cully.
Thinker.
Spurious.
Creates beautiful pottery.
Loves Tolkien books.
Oliver O'Neill.
Creative, artistic,
Athletic.
Loves to ski in the back country.
and travel.
Jack Quicker.
Divertido.
Mountain biker.
Downhill skier, track and field captain.
Holds the school record in the pole vault.
Thoughtful and goofy.
Sticks his tongue out like a lizard.
Honorary Latin student.
Rue Stahl.
Amazing photographer.
Polite.
Fly fishing, Nordic skiing.
Calm and steady.
A born leader.
Caden Peralt.
Is determined.
Family centered.
An excellent student.
Meeting expectations.
With disciplined regularity.
Understanding the value of practice.
And building routines.
Comfortable in his own skin.
Great athlete.
Sydney Renfro.
Fiercely loyal to friends.
Comica.
Artistic, creative.
A wonderful friend to many a student.
Brings a joie de vivre to class.
An original.
Anna Robidoux.
Diligent note taker.
Licensed nursing assistant.
EMT.
Advocate for others.
Sam Gomes.
Sammy.
Independent.
Loyal friend.
Softball player.
Loves sharks.
Duncan delivery specialist.
Now's the time for us to move. Action shout out loud. Let's cut the talk and move our feet, 'cause words get lost in crowds. So get up and go. If you're so tired of moving slow, go. If you're so tired of moving slow, go. Get up and go. Hey! James Underwood.
Discipline.
Cabalas.
Which means horse in Latin.
Polite.
Nordic skier.
Remarkable athlete.
Skilled TA.
Crazy endurance.
One must imagine Sisyphus happy.
Quentin Taylor.
Graduated in building trades from Hartford Tech.
Hardworking.
Whistles like a bird.
Dirt bikes.
Likes to build fires.
Stella Caperso.
Rudiosa y divertida.
Hockey player.
Facto.
Olivia Grosso.
French exchange student.
Year-round athlete.
Participating in soccer.
Skiing.
And lacrosse.
Finn Johnson. Great hair.
Serious basketball skills.
But never played on the team.
Likes to juggle.
Always wants to feed the fish.
The fish do not exist.
Ben Brunstein.
Plays football.
Hockey.
Baseball.
Easygoing personality.
Caden Smith.
Kind.
Daredevil.
Industrial mechanics and welding graduate.
Nick Stewart.
Gamer.
Nick 2.
Has 5 cats.
Works at the farmer's market.
Passionate, loyal friend.
Carter Warren.
Intense.
Lifts weights.
Plays football.
Runs track.
What's going on below your ankles, Carter?
Busy Tyndall.
Loves to laugh.
Rower.
Experienced athlete.
Figure skating.
Ice hockey.
Lacrosse.
Track. Cross country.
Busy.
Never away from Juliet.
Micah Audsley.
Willing to lend a hand when needed.
Full of energy.
Imitates bird songs.
Also wants to feed the non-existent
Non-existent
fish.
Alex Palazzo.
Quiet, independent, and honest.
Scouts leader.
Welder.
Self-starter.
Hardworking athlete.
Shay Johnson.
Fierce. Passionate. Hardworking.
Loves to cook.
Graduated in culinary arts.
Working to become an EMT.
Leo Durney.
Entertaining.
Witty.
Joker.
Alpine skier.
Songwriter.
Up-and-coming rapper.
Chase Gravel.
Reliable.
Good sense of humor.
Loves to work on mini bikes and landscapes.
Fly fishing.
Juliet Hill.
Artistic.
Friendly.
Dancer.
Never without busy.
Cameron Gilson.
Funny.
Good friend.
Loves field hockey.
Softball.
Basketball.
A steady, hardworking athlete.
Vince Patron.
Completes assignments with care and intelligence.
That he guards with quiet pride.
Disciplined student.
Dedicated teammate.
Ryan Woodward.
Funny.
Dependable.
Football player.
Student of the Year.
At Hartford Tech.
Graduated in industrial mechanics and welding.
Every moment in life is in some way decisive.
Part of the one life we are given to live.
Recognizing life's ebb
And flow.
helps us prepare for those moments when something important is on the line.
As long as we have a voice.
We can use it to stand
Stand
up
up.
and
Fight
fight back against hate.
Audre Lorde
A poet who dedicated her life to addressing and confronting racism.
Sexism.
Classism.
and homophobia once said,
When I dare to be powerful.
To use my strength in service of my vision.
then it becomes less and less important.
Whether I am afraid.
It takes courage to
And
accept
fully live.
the lives we have been given.
When we stand
Stand
together,
together.
there is nothing we cannot accomplish.
Well, it was hard to top that. Thank you, guys. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jane Stout, and it has been a joy and honor to serve as president of the dynamic class of 2025. Welcome, family, friends, teachers, and community members to this moment of celebration. And here's to those who could not be here with us today in body, but those whose spirit we feel and cherish so deeply. Our class comes from challenging beginnings. The COVID-19 pandemic hit us right as we were entering adolescence and settling into middle school. Our academic and social lives became very screen-based, and I think you all know how that experiment played out. We were kind of a feral bunch when we entered the new and exciting high school wing of the building as ninth graders. So let me begin with a thank you. Thank you, teachers, for sticking with us and shaping us into the mostly civilized adults we have become. Thank you, friends and family, for helping to carry us through that challenge and many more. And thank you, fellow students, for your resilience and passion. We are a mighty force, and the evidence is all around you. Together, we have shaped a class with a large and diverse range of accomplishments. We have exceptional students who strive to maximize their academic potential, as demonstrated by numerous state and national awards, and by admissions to an impressive list of colleges and universities. In addition, we have student athletes who have proven themselves time and time again to bring home championship wins for Woodstock. We have multiple students committed to playing collegiate sports in both the Division I and Division III level. Furthermore, our class has over 15 students who participate in the Hartford Area Tech Program, expanding their work abilities and imagination beyond the classroom. We are a class with distinctive artists, musicians, actors, foreign language speakers, environmentalists, builders, and engineers. We will all carry these passions forward, perhaps through collegiate study or positions in the workplace. And while these accomplishments are impressive, I want to direct our attention towards other areas of successes that have less to do with achievement and more to do with our humanity. Most of you graduates might remember a commencement speech shown in our English 2 class sophomore year with Mr. Clifford. The guest speaker's primary message to his graduating class was that you are not special. There are thousands of class presidents, thousands of valedictorians, thousands of student athletes, and thousands of kids your age attending some of the best universities in the world. At first, this message took me by surprise, as it seemed cynical and dismissive of personal drive and initiative. However, I soon began to appreciate the underlying value of this message. We can't ultimately measure our worthiness based on the titles we give ourselves and others. More fundamentally, we can celebrate the little things in our lives that give us meaning and purpose. Our kindness, empathy, humor, generosity, forgiveness, selflessness, and compassion for others. Every single person in this class has shown the ability to look beyond social divides and build a variety of meaningful relationships. Though we may appear to be feisty at times, I would say there is something unclicky about our high school class that has created a special bond and energy. Those relationships, interactions, and connections formed are what we will remember when we look back and reflect on our high school days years from now. Mr. Smith, my AP government teacher this year, asked our class on the first day of school whether it was more important to have diversity or unity within our community. The class was split and indecisive on the answer. Though we were encouraged to take one position and defend it, as the AP course often requires, I wasn't able to. I believe deep in my heart that we need both. In order to cultivate a healthy and flourishing community, we need to recognize and honor our diversity, but strive for unity as human beings. It is easy to forget this in our world filled with polarization of all kinds. We live in an age of political performance and digital influence that often aims to divide. It is frequently observed that our generation may suffer from isolation, depression, and a lack of authentic relationships. While the struggles our generation faces are real and unique, we don't have to shrink in defeat. We can be the generation that works collaboratively to overcome the us versus them mentality. We can endeavor to bridge social divides and recognize the value of diverse strengths and perspectives contributed by all individuals from all walks of life. During these past 4 years, I believe our class has shown the ability to do just that. As our time together comes to an end, I urge you to carry on this community spirit forward. Practice gratitude, support one another in both times of triumph and grief. Stay true to who you are, grow from your mistakes, strive to reach your full potential, and no matter where your life brings you from here, don't forget to show love and respect to yourself and those around you. Howard Thurman, an American author and civil rights leader, urges us to ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. Over these past years, I have felt so fortunate to witness all of these graduates come alive in so many amazing, distinctive ways. I can't wait to see where that spark will take us next. Congratulations and all the best.
Superintendent Sousa, I'm pleased to confirm that these students have met all the graduation requirements and have earned their Woodstock Union High School diplomas. It's my honor to begin presenting diplomas, starting with our senior class president, Jane Chappell Stout. Straight your way. Put your head over here. Yes, sir.
Jack Anduin Quicker. Elizabeth Hibbert McCoy Tyndall. Aiden James Chiovella. Good job, Aiden. Lucy Catherine Drabitko. Isabel Grace Cellini. Reed Foden Allegretti. Micah James Audsley. Laura Jean Audsley. Sequoia Elizabeth Barber. Stella Elizabeth Capurso. Alice Olivia Kerr. Noah R. Cole. Owen Daniel Corsi. Irie Cassius Cully. Leo Anthony Journey. Finn K. Farrell. Graham Walden Fox. Samuel James Fraga. Samantha Marie Gomes. Olivia Dora Maria Grasso. We'll just watch that. Samuel Chase Gravel. Levi Alexander Halley. Matthew Battle Harvey. Cora M. Hewitt. Juliet Lyons Hill. Bridget Marie Howe. Bridget. Aww. Cameron Elizabeth Gilson. Nicholas Anthony Johnson. Shay Alyssa Johnson. Phineas Johnson. Bryant William Keith Turner. Colton Edwin Kowalski. Joffrey Pyre Legiata. Jesus David Lindarte. Kevin Lines. Edwin Lines. Congrats, Edwin. Lily Tova Macri. Ada Morgan Mahood. Yes. Erin Elizabeth McGuire. Myra Christina McNaughton. Lily Madeline Morris. Michael Oliver O'Neill. Alexander Palazzo. Chance Palmer. Zane Peach. Caden Douglas Peralt. Vincent Joseph Patron. Big 18. Maggie Rose Pierce. Parker Sumner Pierce.
You better whip my nuts, Derek. Locked in.
Addison Louise Richardson. Anna Marcella Robidoux. Luciana Victoria Rulo. Benjamin Reese Runstein. Aubrey Nora Seaman. Tua Esther Shaw. Good job. Joseph Martin Sluka. Caden T. Smith. Rue Angus Stahl. Andrew Collins Steele. Averill Douglas Stevens. Nicholas Alexander Stewart. Quentin James Taylor. James Rowan Underwood. Quinn Silas Yuva. Charles M. Ward. Carter Warren. Brian Woodward. Ethan James Zayas.
Terrific. Well done. All right, graduates. One last lesson before you graduate, seniors. Why do we turn the tassel? The tassel before graduation symbolizes your time as a student. When you move it to the other side, you're confirming your newfound graduate status. For high school students, the graduation tassel starts on the right side. The tassel is then moved to the left at the end of the ceremony. You can do that now. So, to make it official, with the authority vested in me by the Mountain View Supervisory Union and the state of Vermont, I hereby certify that these students have met the requirements to earn a Woodstock Union High School diploma. Congratulations, graduates.